Hello there, everybody, and welcome. Bradley Beal traded to the Suns, and now we're watching Kenny.
What's the word, y'all? It hadn't even been 3 hours since I posted the video about Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
And in it, I said it felt like Beal to the Miami Heat is an inevitability.
Nah.
He just got traded. Hold
Nah,
on.
that's not happening.
He just got traded.
Yeah. Tell me where.
To the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
I'm about to private the video from earlier. It's irrelevant right now. It happened. Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, a handful of second-round picks.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Nobody knows. Is it 2? Is it 12? And then
I
multiple
think it's
pick
12.
swaps. You thought that them trading for Kevin Durant a couple months ago was going all in with all the pick swaps and stuff they did? No, this is it. Chris Paul is now on the Washington Wizards, so I'm assuming he's not going to play next season. But who knows? Chris Paul has a history of going
now
to
on the
random
Warriors.
teams and being okay enough to help them make the playoffs. Wouldn't that be a timeline of he helps the Wizards get to the playoffs before Bradley Beal and Porzingis and Kuzma could? I'm at a loss. I don't know how to feel. I don't, on paper, really like the idea of Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. Obviously, the talent is going to be Bradley Beal is really, really good. And now that he's your third option instead of a first option, he's probably going to be even better. But I still feel like fundamentally this Suns roster is going to be missing a lot of stuff. Devin Booker has played a ton of on-ball point guard type roles over the last couple seasons. And then Bradley Beal has also played those type of roles in Washington. But I can't lie. The idea of having a real point guard for this type of team feels great, but it's not going to happen at this point. Yeah, let me go ahead and private that video. Because it's not even relevant. I can already watch. I'm going to look at the comment section real quick. Then you find out he's traded for Chris Paul. Just got traded a few minutes ago. As I'm watching the video. What's after the trade? Well, damn. Beal to the Suns. All right, I get it. And a part of that video that I cut out is like, I said in that video, watch me drop this video, and then he gets traded in 24 hours. It wasn't even 24. I'm unlistening right now. Okay, anyway. We knew that Bradley Beal had the ultimate amount of leverage with his no-trade clause, and the Suns and the Miami Heat were the two finalists. I felt like the Miami Heat were going to get their guy, and there was another report or rumor that was saying, like, hey, if they could get Bradley Beal without giving up Tyler Hero, they was going to throw Tyler Hero on a different trade, and now this Miami Heat team looks even more different. And I don't know what the backup plan for Miami Heat. That's not really relevant. We need to talk about these Suns because they were able to keep DeAndre Ayton out. Are they going to move DeAndre Ayton in a different trade to maybe help out that depth? Hopefully, because as of right now, it's Beal, Booker, Okogie, Durant, and Ayton. Then the bench has Cameron Payne, Torrey Craig. These are people. Some of these people are free agents. This roster is about to be extremely top heavy, which has worked in some cases throughout history, but more likely than not, unless you got 3 of the greatest of all time on your roster, you need depth. You just do. And I'm assuming that their idea is, hey, we're going to put together this team. Maybe we move Aiden in a little bit. I guess that's yet to be seen. But if we're not going to move them, we're getting a bunch of players in free agency that are looking for that ring, some ring-chasing dudes, a la Ray Allen back in the Heat days. Stuff like that. But if you're looking at the available guys, how many of these dudes are about to take a minimum or close to a minimum to come play on this team? Can you get Dwight Powell to say that? Can you get? I don't know. I just don't know. Matt Ishbia immediately came in, and within 6 months, 6 months of owning the team, 4 months of owning the team, the man has pulled off 2 of the biggest trades in recent history. The dude, the second biggest contract in the current NBA and in NBA history, just got traded, and he also traded for Kevin Durant. He has done some great things, and part of that is like the TV rights stuff. Shout out to Matt Ishbia for that. But I'm a little bit afraid that now that he's here, he's going to continue to do this and this and this, these big old moves, and ultimately it might set them back. Now, again, you do have Kevin, you do have Devin, and you do have Brad, so that's talent. But I'm a little bit afraid, man. I'm just a little bit afraid because Kevin,
I'm going to just knock on
wood because we want everybody to be healthy.
Yo, how do we time that? That was crazy. Because he said, I'm going to be a little bit afraid, and I was like, knock on wood that we going to make it to the finals and win. That's what I was knocking on.
Last couple seasons has had injury history, and it's man, I just don't know how to. I don't know how to feel. For the Washington Wizards standpoint, I'm very curious to see how their fans are feeling. And we had an idea that the Bradley Beal trade wasn't going to net you a bunch of stuff. And the stuff that you're basically getting is Landry Shamet, who's a part of another big deal, and then some seconds and a swap or 2 down the line. But bigger than all, you wash your hands of the Bradley Beal stuff. And he was cool for your organization for the time being. I mean, he was one of the longest tenured individual, single team guys left in the league with him being drafted as far. What year is that? 2012. Boy, it don't even feel like that long. So one of the longest tenure single team dudes, and now he's a part of the Phoenix Suns. So it should be
So
interesting,
Dame's
man.
the only one
Hey,
left,
listen, we
probably.
only a couple days until free agency. The NBA Finals just wrapped up a couple nights ago, and here we are seeing an all-star caliber. I know it's been a few years, but all-star caliber player getting traded, and now we have a new big three. I can already see the conversations. I ain't looked on Twitter other than see the actual tweet, but the discourse around it is that Kevin can't just play ball, and that he needs a big three
He needs a
to be
super
formed
team.
or a super team to be formed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Based on what they roster look like right now, I'd be hesitant to call them a super team. I need to see the rest of the things that they do, but they do have top end talent out of this world. I would say if I was gonna make a prediction, that it's 70-30 that DeAndre Ayton does get traded. I'm just saying based on their lack of depth. I don't know how you could look at this roster and be like, yeah, this is how we're running it. It just feels like there's a deal to be made for multiple role players.
It's true, but I really don't want to lose DA because I feel like he's gonna go crazy for some other team, and I feel like the only reason he wasn't going crazy for us was because of Monty, and Monty wasn't using him properly. But now Monty isn't there, so I was like, we could keep DA, and like he might go crazier, but.
For sending DeAndre Ayton to a team that maybe wants to get younger or wants to take a chance on the center that may have lost a little bit of value this season. I don't really know. Like, let me look at the teams again, NBA standings, and try to figure out what team could give you some quality pieces to help build out this team in exchange for DeAndre Ayton. Oh, yeah. The first thing I do when I check my phone is see a tweet of Kevin with Russ and James, and then him with the Warriors dudes,
Yeah,
and then him
I've
with
seen
James
that.
and Kyrie, and now with Beal and.
I've seen that. I've seen that tweet.
Oh man, okay. Back to what I was.
I know
talking
exactly
about
which one you're talking about.
I don't know. I'm looking at teams. The center position is one of the deeper positions in basketball. So it's hard to say who would make that happen. Now it's making me think that he's not going to get traded, and this is how they're going to roll the balls out this season. I don't really know. I'm curious. I mean, this just.
I personally do not want to get traded.
Opens up Chris Paul because I'm assuming based on what I know right now, which is basically just we'll just tweet that that we will see Chris Paul get waived, bought out, whatever the rationalization of the words are. And now he's one of the hot commodities on the market because there are going to be teams that are looking for a point guard caliber play. And though he's not the same Chris Paul from 2 years ago that was an all-star, he's still okay enough to be the floor general. I always say this about Chris Paul. Even when his individual performances are going to go down, the one thing that's going to be the same is this up here. He's going to think the game. He's going to get you in the right spots. He's going to make the passes. And I felt like the type of point guard that you need over there in Phoenix. They thought otherwise, which we'll see if that's true. I mean, right now, this team has 4 max contracts guaranteed on their roster and nothing else. I'm shocked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm completely shocked. We'll see exactly what unfolds. But let me know what you think about the Bradley Beal trade to the Phoenix Suns. Do you think it's a dub? You think it's an L? I mean, I guess only time will tell.
I mean, I feel like it's a dub because the other options that people were throwing out there was Kyrie and James Harden, which I didn't really want James Harden on the Suns, and Kyrie would have been cool, but like I didn't feel like Kyrie would fit either. So I feel like Bradley Beal would be the best out of those 3 that we could have got, and that we could have got, and I feel like he was the best out of the 3 that people kept like throwing out there because people kept saying, "Let's get James Harden, let's get Kyrie." I don't want James Harden, honestly, bro. I don't.
We talked about in the last video that Bradley Beal, when he's catching,
Bro might randomly give up on the team one day because I don't know.
Shooter's a 40% three-point shooter still. So there's some worlds, obviously, where this works because talent finds a way. But boy, oh boy, they super thin right now. Full offseason ahead, so maybe they make some more adjustments, but we'll see.
And we got the draft, so I'm pretty sure we got one new dude or 2. Can we appreciate how Kenny makes slow keys so fast? The Suns' main issue is lack of depth. The trade basically reinforced that problem, and based off the new CBA, it feels like despite being locked in for multiple seasons, next season is their best, and maybe the only chance to win the championship. Not necessarily. Depth is an issue, but this trade doesn't add to the problem. That's true. CP3 is always hurt and a shell of himself, and Shamit was horrible. Was on a horrible contract and needs to be traded for depth. If I'm Phoenix, I might just blow this whole thing and go crazy searching for those Will top draft? No. Yeah, but since Beal is one of the highest paid players in the league, why would you blow it up? That would be dumb. But yeah, like, subscribe, see you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night, and bye.